In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this cute broccoli drawing using Adobe Illustrator. At this point, I've made many of the fruits and veggies from the inspiration art by Ivan Petrusevsky, but now I feel like I've learned the techniques pretty well and I want to start making my own. So I thought that a broccoli would be cute. So I chose this image, and right now I will right-click and copy the image, and then I will go to Illustrator and go to File, New, use the same size I have been, Web, Minimum, and I will call it Broccoli with my name, and click Create. And now I will go to Edit, Paste, and paste that broccoli picture into my document so that I can look at it while I'm drawing. So I'm going to take the selection tool, the black arrow, and move that up here in the corner so it's out of the way. Alright, so when I look at this, I see a bunch of circles, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 or 6 circles. So that's how I'm going to approach this. Alright, let's get my colors. So over here on the side is where the swatches panel is, and I will open the side menu and open Swatch Library, Color Books, and Pantone Solid Coated. And a nice color, let's say this color right here. So I have my fill set to the green color and the stroke set to none. I will get the ellipse tool, which is grouped together here with the rectangle tool and the other shape tools. And I'll start here with the top circle, and maybe, so as I'm drawing this, if I hold down the space bar, then that lets me move the circle around. So I'm going to use that to position this in the spot where I want it. Alright, now I'll draw another one on this side. I'll draw a long one over here and another long one over here. So holding down the space bar so that I can move that. And I want to make sure that I don't have any gaps of white anywhere in here in the middle. This one's okay because that's where the stem can go. You see that it does have a little bit of an irregular edge here. Alright, so now I'm going to get the selection tool and draw a box around all of those, and then use the Pathfinder panel under Window, Pathfinder, and choose the Unite button. So now those 5 or 6 different shapes are one shape. Now to get this kind of irregular edge, I'm going to use an effect that I haven't shown you before. So here under the Effect menu, make sure that your object is selected, by the way. Go to Effect, Distort and Transform, Roughen. And I'll move this to the side. First of all, I want to see what it looks like while I make the changes, so I'll click Preview. And I can see the points are on corner, which is really jagged, so I'm going to change that to smooth. And then I'm going to start dragging these to a little bit less, and a little bit less, and I'll just keep messing with these. I think that looks pretty good. So for my project, the size was 3% and the detail was 4%. Yours could be a little bit different than that. Now I will click OK. Alright, not bad, and that was pretty easy. Now I'm going to make the stem part. So I'll choose a little bit of a lighter green, maybe this one right here. And I did have the fill forward, so when I changed the color it went to the fill, not the stroke. Now I will switch the ellipse tool to the rectangle tool, and I'll just click and drag a rectangle. I'm going to hold down the space bar so that I can move that to approximately the right spot, right about there. Okay, now I'm going to do at least 3 stems coming up, so I'll do one in the middle, right here, and eventually I'll put the stems behind the broccoli. And I'll do one on on this side and one on this side. Alright, so with the selection tool, I'll click that, hover the cursor on the corner until it turns into the bendy arrow, which is the rotation tool, and then I'll click and drag, and let's see. So I don't want this to be square right here because that looks really weird. So I'm going to line it up so that there's a V here instead of a square. I think that looks more natural. Alright, now I'll get this guy, do the same thing, rotate it, move it over here to the side. Alright, that looks pretty decent. So now I'm going to use the selection tool to draw a box around these four shapes, and I'm being careful that I don't accidentally get the broccoli shape at the top. Now I will use Pathfinder to unite those, and it looks a little blocky, so I'm going to change it a little. So with the pen tool, I'm going to get the anchor point tool, and I'm going to transform this angle into a curve. So right here where this path is, this square, I'm going to click and hold and drag. So now that's curved. Same thing here, click and hold, and it's twisting up on me, so let me be careful here. There we go. Now, the last thing is that the stem is a little narrower down here at the bottom, so I'll just get the regular old direct selection tool and grab that, pull it in, grab that and pull it in. Alright, now selection tool. I'll move this stem behind the floret part, so on the keyboard I can push Control bracket, which is next to P on the keyboard, and it sends it behind. Now the last thing that I have to do is draw the face, which we have done lots of times. So I'll switch this back to the default colors, flip it so that black is on top, get rid of the stroke, and use the ellipse tool. Hold down Shift to constrain that to be a circle. Whoops, let me undo that. I'll just copy this one so that they're the same size. So with the selection tool, hold down Alt, drag off a copy. Alrighty, now let's make the mouth with the ellipse tool. So two of approximately the same size circles, and use the selection tool to move those on top of each other. And select both, push minus front, there's my little mouth, and move that on there, and finished. Pretty cute. So what you should do is go to File, Save it to the appropriate drive, then use the snipping tool to make a screen capture and put it in your digital portfolio. That's it for now.